Before I begin the video, I will remind you to please click like if you like my content and subscribe to our channel, tell a friend, and more importantly, go to our website and send us your email address to become a VIP that we can send you announcements and VIP benefits that we'll think of as we go along. So thank you very much, and let's go on. Hi, I'm Miltonchang of Bonsai Heirloom. Today I'd like to go over seminar number 5, I guess, about how to select and go about getting your first tree. In a sense, what are the considerations getting your tree as part of our Mastering Your Bonsai series, that once you go through the 10 or 12 lectures or seminars, you will become quite a knowledgeable expert about bonsai. And so today's topic is how to, in a sense, what are the criteria in selecting your own tree. Well, first you want to take into consideration how you plan to use the tree. For example, the rough size and so forth, the rough look and all that, to complement your antique or something to play, or to put it right next to your computer. By the way, the question often asked is that, can you keep a bonsai indoor? The answer is not really, but yes. What you can do is that you can take a bonsai that's grown outdoor, because these are all outdoor trees. They will thrive outdoor. But you can put it next to your computer for several weeks at a time, let's say even 4 weeks or 5 weeks at a time. And then you take it out, rotate it with another bonsai. So yes, you can display bonsai indoor, but although keep in mind, most of them are outdoor trees. And so first of all, there's the selection process where you think of very conventional bonsai versus any bonsai that pleases you. A bonsai just means a potted plant. So it can be even a house plant, but put in a maybe decorative nice pot. So don't forget, there are 5 benefits of the bonsai for you to consider when you get a bonsai. First of all, so you want to keep in mind the purpose that you want to buy, why you want to keep a bonsai. First of all, it's very relaxing. Second of all, you can use that as a way to teach your children how to take responsibility and so forth. But more importantly is that you want to select a bonsai that's easy to maintain. And you want to increase magnificence over time. That's why you want to select a tree that's well recognized to be a good bonsai tree, not just some new material that you think may become a nice bonsai tree. And then you want to find a tree that's associated with a good memory. So for example, you enjoy seeing a stately tree in your garden or in a park. Well, you may want to select a bonsai that's like a stately tree in your park. And then, of course, size and implementation, that's, in a sense, the design of the pot and all that, that complements where you want to use it. Then the second question is where to buy bonsai. What you want to make sure is you get it from a reputable source, or from a bonsai hobbyist where he really knows what he's doing. So it's an implementation, and you may want to check customer review and make sure that the trees is well implemented. And you can also go to a bonsai club where they often have sales and auctions. And you can go to the internet and look for suppliers, vendors, as well as individual sellers on eBay and so forth. And then there are bonsai nurseries. I think that may be a little bit scarce outside of California, but there will be nurseries that sells regular trees that also maybe have a little department that specializes in bonsai. In fact, quite a number of our viewers say they want to do that, and I encourage to do so, because more people promoting bonsai, the more popular the hobby will be. And then the last resort, not last resort, but is that you can dig up a tree from your garden, go buy a nursery tree, cut it back, to put it in a bonsai pot and nurture it, watch few of my bonsai so you know how to do it. And so you will have a bonsai without even costing you anything. So a couple of weeks ago, I guess now it'll be 4 weeks ago, I talked about how to make your first bonsai. And again, I hope you'll refer back to that, and also refer back to our Mastering Bonsai Essentially for Beginners series. What we'll do is that I'll do an impromptu, semi-well-prepared discussion like this, and then I will repeat one of the same with a more controlled substance content to put in our website posting website, which you can probably also access from YouTube, and for you to gain your knowledge about how to make your own bonsai and shape it and so forth. So what you can do is that you can buy a tree or dig up a tree, and then the process is really very simple. What you do is you take the tree, you study the structure of the tree, and cut off the redundant branches to accentuate the curve, the beauty that as you envision the tree will become. And then cut back the roots, put it in a growing pot, let it grow out. You cut it back drastically, it looks like terrible, but it will grow out to give you an opportunity to renew it again by cutting it back again. And then after a couple, 3 times, you have to cut back very little, but to shape it, like forming a pad and all that on junipers and almost on any bonsai to eventually get you a good, nice bonsai. And when you buy bonsai, remember, it's almost no shortcut. You have to pay a little bit more to get a nicer tree because the tree increases the beauty over time. There's no shortcut. So to enjoy your bonsai, it's a very relaxing, very beneficial hobby in many, many different ways. Not the least of which, to me, is important, is to build community relationship where people of different walks of life, different race, and so forth, get together to share a common interest, to develop a bond. Well, thank you very much for watching today's video. Subscribe to our channel and tell a friend. And most importantly, go to our website and sign up to become our VIP so that we can send you announcements of special considerations. Thank you very much. See you next week.